Today we're watching a few key moments from former President Trump's recent CNN town hall interview through the lens of marketing. We're gonna be picking apart some of the stellar examples of branding and marketing by observing some strategies I believe Trump deployed before and during this interview.
You're a nasty person.
Love him or hate him, there's no denying his ability to capture attention and leave a lasting impression. So let's get right into it and unravel the marketing genius of Donald Trump.
My name is Donald Trump.
If you're new here, welcome to my channel. I'm Ryan Richardson, and we talk about getting more customers, storytelling for business, and creating content. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel and I will be eternally grateful. The first marketing principle I see Donald Trump benefiting from right away is building a brand. Every successful marketer knows the importance of building a brand, and Donald Trump is absolutely no exception. He has masterfully crafted his personal brand and associated himself with luxury, success, and authority.
You're fired.
I don't know if CNN screened the audience or not, but to see the crowd so enthusiastically welcome the former president is a testament to how magnetic his personal brand has become.
Please welcome the frontrunner for the Republican nomination, former President Donald Trump.
And it's not by accident. It seems to me that Trump is very intentional about his personal brand. And take, for instance, the iconic Trump Tower, a symbol of power and beauty. By strategically placing his name front and center, he turned a building into a powerful marketing tool, instantly recognizable worldwide. In his book, Art of the Deal, Trump says how his competition down the street from his hotel tried to compete with them on price. So what did Donald Trump do? He responds by increasing the prices by over 3x over the competition. His brand was so strongly tied to wealth and luxury that the price jump was actually perceived by the market as a value jump.
You ever take it off any sweet jumps?
The second example, a super significant personal branding move, was his role as the host of The Apprentice. Through his popular reality TV show, Trump projected an image of a tough, no-nonsense business tycoon, cementing his brand as a strong and authoritative figure in the minds of the market.
Who will succeed? Who will fail?
I think Trump knows that his brand is his story, and he casts a character of himself and then lives inside of the role that he casts. It's effective, and I think the crowd's response indicates that.
We got quite a crowd.
Thank you.
The next marketing principle I see Trump using is emotional connection. Effective marketing goes beyond logos and slogans. It taps into emotions, and Trump excels at connecting with people on an emotional level. By the way, speaking of connections, if you haven't already, please like this video if you're enjoying the content so far. So when the CNN host asked Trump if he wants Ukraine to win the war against Russia, instead of responding yes or no, and by choosing sides, Trump responds by using the human scale principle, which is another marketing principle where you take the scale of something abstract, like large numbers or percentages, and you humanize it by shrinking it down to the individual. He talks about the deaths of the people on both sides, which is something that's very concrete. Trump knows that people are very emotional on this polarizing question. So he redirects that emotion by deploying empathy for the individual person affected by the conflict on both sides. A polarizing and emotionally charged question gets diffused and appears to actually win favor with the audience by connecting with people on an emotional level. The next marketing principle is creating controversy. Controversy has long been a double-edged sword in marketing, and Trump uses it here with precision.
You held on to those documents when you knew the federal government was seeking them and then had given you a subpoena to return them.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Can I talk?
Yeah, what's
You
the
mind?
answer?
Do you mind?
I would like for you to answer the question.
Okay, it's very simple to answer.
That's why I asked it.
It's very simple to, you're a nasty person, I'll tell you.
Can you answer why you held on?
Trump is obviously an expert of this principle by making provocative statements and engaging in public feuds, consistently capturing media attention. He remains at the center of the public eye. The CNN host was very confrontational, considering that this was sold as an interview, and this felt like less like an interview and more like a debate to me. And regardless if you're on Team Blue or Team Red, by the way, I'm in Canada, so I don't really have a dog in the fight, but I think most people watching this would agree. Now, Trump is a genius media manipulator, and I'm not suggesting that he isn't sincere when he says that she's a nasty person, but I do think that he sees moments like this as an opportunity to fuel public feuds, and he knows that it's gonna engage the audience as well as the public at large. I do think that he is being intentional by using the creating controversy principle of marketing.
If elected president again, what is the first thing you would do to help bring down the cost to make things more affordable?
Drill, baby, drill.
I want to talk about another marketing principle that Trump excels at, and that's understanding his target audience. Which brings me to my next marketing principle, appeal to target audiences. Trump's messaging is targeted at rural America and flyover states. And by the way, that's not a knock at middle America. I live in Alberta, which is basically the subarctic version of a flyover state. But Trump is consistently addressing their concerns about job loss, trade deals, and preserving traditional values. By empathizing with their struggles and promising solutions to their struggles, he's establishing a strong connection that has worked well for him. And this is a great reminder to zoom into who we're trying to connect with. If we can have our customers feel like we're reading their mind, they'll know we speak their language and we'll build trust as a result of that. Finally, and arguably one of the most important marketing principles Trump uses is consistency.
This sounds like political presidential talk to me, and I know people have talked to you about whether or not you want to run. Would you ever?
I think I'd win. I tell you what, I wouldn't go in to lose. I've never gone in to lose in my life. The answer is yes, and I hope that it's going to be very straight up, because if it's going to be straight up, we're going to win the election.
Over 20 years later, Trump's messaging is almost identical to what it used to be. I don't know about you, but I see a lot of people online today building their personal brands. And it's like one day they're the crypto expert, the next day they're a real estate expert, the next day they're starting a social media agency. There's something to be said about Trump's branding that seems very consistent to me. He's found a way to stick with his core message and his core story and then package the rest of his marketing around those core messages. And watching Trump in this CNN town hall interview feels very consistent, from his book, The Art of the Deal, to his Oprah Winfrey interview, to his show on The Apprentice, and his 4 years in office, and now on this interview. Anyways, guys, I had a lot of fun watching this town hall interview through the lens of branding and marketing, and I hope you had just as much fun watching this video. I know Trump is a very polarizing character, but I figured, what the heck, we're all adults, and I'm not a huge fan of a lot of activities that guys like Bill Gates and Buffett are up to all the time, but I also have their books on my bookshelf as well, and I genuinely believe that every person knows something that I don't, and I've always learned a lot more by being curious of people than by being critical of people. That said, I'm gonna keep trying new ideas to see what sticks here on this channel. So if you enjoyed this, please let me know in the comments below. If you hated this, that's totally cool as well. Give me a thumbs down, but at least tell me why in the comments below as well. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, because I'm hoping to make more content that interests you. So thank you for watching, and have an amazing rest of your day. See ya.